Yeah.
And that's where I'm like stuck in between, because I'm exactly on Rory's point right now, and I'm still stuck on the blade, and I want the technology, I want everything, I want the stability. I just haven't putting it down. I haven't seen it. Like, you got to be comfortable with the putter, right? That's the biggest thing. When you set it down, if you're not comfortable, then you can't use it. And I just haven't set something down where I'm like, oh man, like Rory right now can set his putter down and just putt. Yeah. I haven't hit that point yet, and that's why I'm still in the balance.
And it took me a little while. I mean, it was back in Hawaii 2019 when I first put the spider in the bag.
Which is a tough week to putt because the greens.
Yeah, the greens are grainy, and it's but the pros at that point far outweighed the cons.
Yeah.
And then as I practiced more with it and got used to the look of it, I like one of the best things about spider for me and this, is the fact that I set up to an intermediate point. So I know, like, I set up to where I'm supposed to go, and I get set up, like 80% of the job's done. And then all I do is there, take it back, take it through. And then that's it's such a nice feeling to know that that's the hard work done.
Mm.
That's with the spider, with the mallet, with something that's, for me, that's the hard part.
How do you guys use mirrors? Because the other thing is, beyond once you've set that, this is then a training aid as well. Yeah. How would you guys use it?
I use a mirror before every round almost. Yeah.
Alignment.
To check alignment, check. I want my eyes to be in the same spot generally.
It's a nice constant to have in there,
Exactly.
Do you freak out at any point if things are off and you're about to go and play a tournament? Does that cause you?
Not really. I mean, I think all our bodies, it's going to be different every day, and that's just goal. So I think having something, knowing where you want to put it, that's the feel for the day. What feel you might have Thursday might be a little different than what Saturday, Sunday is going to be like. Yeah. But knowing that a mirror is going to tell you where it's exactly the same, that's all you could ask for.
The back CG and the stability with the corners of this is what gives you, as Rory described, the benefit on longer putts. And then your strokes gained in a 4-day tournament.
My speed improved so much whenever I went to the spider putt.
Did it?
So much. Because shallower face, so I get it more out of the middle of the face every single time. And the grooves, it launched very similar there wasn't as much variance. That's what I've noticed about my blade. Like, that's what I want. I want a roll that's just rolling the same every time.
The whole of
Yeah.
But how did you get over it though? Because you were playing a blade for so long.
Yeah.
How did you get to that point where you're just like, I've got to embrace this?
I think I took away my ego to be like, I should be able to putt with a blade putter.
Yeah.
I took that away.
Yeah.
And was like, I'm just going to go with whatever is going to help me.
I like that. And it's tough because you guys have so many chances, because you three in particular hit a lot. Your iron stats are always great. So think about how frustrating it is for an amateur when he misses, but you three...
Oh, Trottie, trust me, I know.
You three are tight a lot of the time, is what I'm saying.
Switched January 2019.
And I have my best putting year ever in my team. I was 20. I finished inside the top 25 in strokes gained putting that year. For the first time ever. That's my dream.
But this was a similar scenario, right? I didn't know you as well as I know Colin at this stage, but you were driven to be down a bladed route. And then you basically were like, you know what? I want to go here and do this. Honestly, I was gutted when I saw you put it in the bag for Hawaii, because all of the boys here who played more golf over here than I have were like, it's probably the worst place he could have taken that putter.
Yeah.
And just because of the way the greens are in the grain. And then obviously I remember the week I'm watching the strokes gained thinking, how's this going to go? And then you've got the West Coast, which is tricky to putt on as well at that time of year.
Again, the nice thing about West Coast and the POA, and one thing about West Coast POA that early in the season, it makes you so indecisive, so like guidey, and where the spider took all that away. Like, again, it's that certainty, right? Where it's like, I know I'm aiming right, I know I just got to put a good stroke on it.
Yeah.
And if it goes in, great. If it doesn't,
Yeah.
the greens are, awkward.
Why'd you pick up that hosel, Colin?
I just wanted to try to actually slant neck that Rory and everyone else is using first. But I was just curious because it seems like it's a little farther away from the face.
It is, yeah. That's what I feel with that neck. It's very much like,
Yeah.
I feel like the face is behind.
I agree. So why do you like that? Because you're still hitting putts with it.
Oh, I just haven't changed them.
Okay. Okay.
What's the difference in those necks? Because they're like to the,
Toe hang and offset.
they're very similar, right? They're
They
very
do.
similar, but
Toe hang. So release. So
is that more toe hang?
that is less because it's further away. So it
So
brings
this is okay.
more. So it brings you into here. So if you're unsure,
Probably a better because I'm a little more
Correct.
forward. Right.
correct. And it brings you back into this space. Where am I? How much do I need to release it?
Because that's what Bax said when I work with Bax all the time. He's like, you can bring it more inside, Like that's always a.
Now I think you can do that, and maybe you could tell me, but because your eyes are so far inside and you're right eye dominant, you can do that. I guess if you're the other way, you couldn't do that.